We got Mr. Haynes, we got Mr. Solis, Ms. Fonseca, and I'm not sure who the third caller is. Oh, Mr. Perez.
Yeah.
So there's four.
Rigo, do you wanna do roll call, Rigo?
Alan Jackson? Alan Jackson?
He's not on.
Albert Lorry?
He's not on.
Rolando Perez?
Let me you need to unmute him, Jerry. Mr. Perez.
Let's see.
I'm on the phone.
He's on the phone.
Yeah, he's on.
Phone.
Mr. Perez?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, all right. Chris Haynes?
He's not muted. He doesn't have audio.
All right.
He needs to chat. Can he?
Hello?
We can hear you, Mr. Haynes.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't get the camera to work because I'm logging on from my mobile, so I guess it wasn't compatible.
No problem, sir. We're just taking roll call right now, so we have Mr. Perez and you, and we're finishing off the roll call, sir.
Okay, great.
Teresa Fonseca?
Here.
Alma Mata?
She's not on the call.
Ricardo Solis?
Here.
3, 4. We got it for him?
Okay, Mr. Chris Haynes, you got a quorum, sir, so you want to go ahead and start your meeting, sir?
Okay, I'm sorry. Am I starting the meeting?
Yes, sir. You have quorum.
I realized I was in charge of the meeting. You caught me off guard a little bit.
Oh, wait, well, I'm sorry. Whoever the chair is, or vice chair, Mr. Lowry,
Jackson.
Mr. Jackson's not present today.
Oh, okay. Who's the vice chair? Lowry?
Yeah, I believe it's Lori. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys want to, from you all, if you want to pick a chair and to run the meeting, that would be recommended.
Who has the agenda?
Am I sharing right now?
No.
No.
Oh, wait. I'm ready. Share content.
Now you're
Okay, good. All right.
So if you'd like, who's going to be running the meeting from the four members?
Teresa ran the meeting last time.
If I wasn't driving, I would, but I'm driving.
Pues go ahead, Teresa, for her to do it.
Ms. Fonseca, would you like to take the lead on this? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we sure can.
Okay. Yes, I can take the lead.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll call the meeting to order.
Okay.
Roll call has already been taken. Do we need to take it again?
We have the Pledge of Allegiance, ma'am, we need to do next.
Okay. Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of
United
the United States of America,
To the
and
Republic.
to
to the republic for which it stands,
Stands. One nation.
one
Under God.
nation, under
under God,
Indivisible.
indivisible,
Liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
roll call, so we can do roll call again. Hey, Rigo, can you do roll call again?
Alan Jackson Jr.?
Not present?
Albert Lorry?
Not present?
Rolando Perez?
Present.
Chris Haynes?
Present.
Teresa Fonseca?
present.
Alma Mata? Ricardo Solis?
here.
Madam Chair, you have a quorum, you have four persons.
Okay, item 4 on the agenda, citizen comments. Do we have any one signing in or calling in?
Nobody signed up to make a comment.
The phone number is still available during the meeting. If I receive a phone call, I'll connect the phone call to the meeting.
Okay. Item number 5.
I haven't received no call.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the last 2 meetings.
I second that.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? The minutes are approved. Item 6, staff report.
The only report we have right now is that we have seven structures that are being demolished by 3 different companies. One is Triple G Enterprises. The other one is Tovar Landscaping and JBTD from San Antonio, Texas. They're doing 7 structures right now. They're being demolished. They already took out their demo permit and they're working on doing the demolish. I believe one company is already finished with one location that's in North Arkansas, and they're working at 112 Zaragoza.
So we should be probably the 7 structure will be demolished by this probably the next 2 weeks.
That's good news.
That's the staff report.
Okay, item number 7, public hearing and discussion for possible action regarding the demolition of structures identified as substandard and dangerous buildings. Item A, consideration of possible action on the property of Seferino Sandoval Jr. and Julie Ann Sandoval, whose legal description is west 39 feet of Lot 8, Block 363, Western Division. It is commonly known as 419 Sanchez Street. Staff declares this property as a nuisance in accordance with the current adopted ordinance 2013-025, Article 1, Section 24-1.4 of 16, Section 16.5521, 16.5522, 16.5523A, 16.5523B, 16.55232H, 16.55232R, 16.55232U. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing for this item?
I'd like to make a motion to open it.
I second that one.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So the item is, the public hearing for this item is open.
We are recommending the demolition of the 2 entire structures. Mr. Pinzon is showing some pictures. In case you don't have the agenda, Mr. Pinzon is showing some pictures on the screen.
I would also want to advise the board that the owner right now, she is living out of Chicago, Illinois, and she called me yesterday wanting to take out a permit for demolishing the 2 structures, and I also received a call from the contractor. As of right now, I'm not sure if I have to talk to Ms. De Hoyos if she was approved for the permit. I think she was approved, but she only needed to pay. So I think it was already too late to make the payment, but he's obtaining a demo permit for the two structures.
I would like to recommend to the board after you review the photos and the dilapidated structure and most of the roof section is collapsing, as you can see by the pictures. I'd like to recommend that if we can get the homeowner to demolish it, that'd be great. But I'd like to put a condition on that permit if we don't see any demolition within the 30 days for us to proceed with bidding it out and canceling that demo just for that purpose, so that we can ensure that they're moving forward. Or if the board would like to get more than that, that's fine with me. I just want to make sure that we have some authority if they don't move for completing the entire demolition that we're recommending, if the board so deems it so.
Okay, I'll make a motion for recommendation by the building department that we go and demolish it after the 30 days that they were given.
Do we need to close the public hearing first?
I would, yes, sir.
Okay.
We have a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make a motion
Second.
to close the public hearing.
I second
Do we
it.
have a second? All in
Yes.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The public hearing
Aye.
is closed, so we can move with a motion.
I just want to inform you that my phone number was provided to the customers to call, and I have not received any phone calls. Okay, if I receive a phone call, I will let you know.
Again, I'm just recommending a time frame so that way we can have something. It doesn't have to be 30 days. It can be 60 or 90 days, whatever the board deems if they want to proceed with.
A
I just
longtime
want to ensure
rancher,
that.
experienced lawyer, and now a full-time elected official, Mayor Pete Sines is in his second term and was
Should we
elected in
motion
2018.
to
Have a
approve
service request,
the
an
item
pothole or a water line break?
for
Is your
staff
gas tank leaking?
demolition
Call 311
and give
lodge
the
a
owner
request with one of our helpful
a
customer
certain amount
service
of
call
days
centers.
to conduct that demolition?
I think 30
Or-
days is fair, especially if they're almost got their permit. So I would amend your motion to add 30 days to the time frame.
Motion is being made already. I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Same sign? Okay, the motion is carried. So we move on to item B, consideration of public action on the property of Sunny Reddy Kumar, doing business as Ramson Ltd. Inc., whose legal description is Lot 7, Block 1920, Eastern Division. It is commonly known as 3120 Pine Street. Staff declares this property as a nuisance in accordance with the current adopted ordinance 2013-025, Article 1, Section 24-1.4 of Section 15, Section 16.55 to 1, 16.55 to 2, 16.55 to 3A, 16.55 to 3B, 16.55 to 3QHI, 16.55 to 32R, 16.55 to 32U. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Wow.
The public hearing is open.
Is there anyone here to speak on this? Anyone on the call?
I do not have nobody to call. If I receive a phone call, I'll let you know. But I have not received any phone calls.
Have you received any response from the owner?
No, nobody has responded. They will be attending the meeting. Nobody is calling at the moment.
I sent letters to the owner and the relatives that it also appears on the doing business as ransom, but nobody responded, nobody answered. And I spoke to code enforcement. They did a forest clean on this property, and the owner didn't show up for court. They had a court date for the forest clean, and they didn't show up for court.
Okay. And I move to close the public hearing.
We need a second.
Yeah, we need to make a motion for public hearing.
We need a motion. We have a motion to close the public hearing, and we need a second.
I'd like to make a motion to close it.
I'll make a second for that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The public hearing is closed.
I make a
Do we
motion
have
to move forward with demolition on this property.
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So the motion is passed. The next item, item C, consideration of possible action on the property of Fernando D. Gutierrez, whose legal description is Lot 5, Block 74, Western Division. It is commonly known as 302 San Enrique Avenue. Staff declares this property as a nuisance in accordance with the current adopted ordinance 2013-0-025, Article 1, Section 24-1.4 of Chapter 16, Section 16.5521, 16.5522, 16.5523A, 16.5523B, 16.55232HI, 16.55232R, and 16.55232U. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'd like to make a motion to open it.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The public hearing is open.
We are recommending the demolition of both structures.
There's two structures on this property?
Yes, correct. That's correct. Two structures.
And none of the owners have come forward?
It
I have
belongs,
not received any phone calls.
it belongs to an attorney, but they didn't make any contact.
Is it a local attorney or someone from out of
Yes.
town?
It's in the local attorney. His office is located right in front of BBVA complex on Tamoros. And I posted the letter there. Also, we sent regular mail, certified mail, and I posted a letter on his gate, but there was no response.
And I have
Can you
not
send the
received
letters
any
to his, were the letters sent to his law office?
Yes, and also I posted the letter. Somebody took it out, so they noticed that it was there.
And there's no one here to talk about this?
Nope.
Okay. I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second
Do we
that.
have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The public hearing is closed. Do we have a motion?
Well, before we do that, I mean, I know the houses are in bad shape, but what neighborhood is this?
The Azteca?
It's Azteca, right?
Yes.
A lot of these houses have a lot of the fabric of that neighborhood they're really beautiful little houses. I'd hate to tear them down, but if the owner's not responsive, I don't know how anybody else feels about it.
Are there any protection for the Azteca neighborhood?
Madam Chair, if I may say something from the staff side, my main concern for these structures when we bring them to you all, as you can saw by the previous one, where they're non-responsive individuals and we don't see upkeep of the properties and they appear to be abandoned, they start to become a detriment not only to the neighborhood but to the residents around those structures, and particularly they become a fire hazard. As you've noted by many of the demos that we've requested before. So before we get to that point to where it becomes more of a hazard to the residents adjoining those properties, that's why we strongly recommend demo of those dilapidated, abandoned structures that nobody is maintaining. So that's our stance from the staff side. So we'll let the board decide and on the action. Thank you.
So
But because it's the Azteca neighborhood, do we know if there's any protections?
Not with these are federal. These are not federal funds, ma'am. These are local dollars. There's none. The Azteca district does not fall within the historical districts.
Okay. Now, San Antonio, the city of San Antonio has a program where they, when they do demolition of structures such as this that have historic fabric, as has been commented, they recycle, or they save the historic fabric or materials. I would recommend we contact San Antonio to know a little bit more about that program, so that we do the right thing as we demolish it, that we at least maintain or keep some historic fabric that can be reutilized and retrofitted for other projects.
That would be difficult, ma'am, because those are private property and we cannot maintain that as in an inventory as per se or anything. So the only thing we can do is demolish it and dispose of it. We have to charge a lien to the property. We don't have any city resources towards this, but nevertheless, we'll look into what San Antonio is doing too to see that. But at this point, we don't have a funding or a mechanism to allow us to do that.
On speaking of funding, I don't know if you're aware of if the Texas Historical Commission has a CLG funding right now open for next year. Just something to consider that the city can apply for. Just bringing it up for city to consider.
Noted, Madam Chair.
Arturo, if we issue the demolition order on these,
If the board would like to wait, we can wait too. I mean, it's a board's discretion if they don't feel they want more information or they'd like us to check in with the attorney again. And I mean, I would encourage you to drive by there. My main concern is always not necessarily I mean, it's a huge concern of losing a historical, potentially historical fabric, like you just mentioned, architectural wise. But my main concern is always the safety of the neighborhood residents around it when it comes to an abandoned, neglected structure.
Can someone have they cleaned this property out, like cleared the brush and cleaned it up?
Yeah, that was code enforcement. They also had problems contacting the owner, and I believe this is the third time they do a first lien on the property.
I see. So it's already been done 3 times before.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I would like
Board
to. I would like to see these before we would tear them down.
If you would like to, temporarily wait and just table it, and we'll bring it back to the next meeting in October. We can go ahead and do that.
Okay. Well, if no one has any objections, I'd like to table this property.
Do we have a second for tabling this item? Can the chair second the item?
Yeah, I guess I'll take it. I don't want to see the structure of it is, but we'll go ahead and take it first. We'll table it for the next meeting.
Okay.
I second that.
Do we have a motion and to table the item in a second? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Same sign. Okay, so the item, the motion passes to table this item. We'll move on to item D, consideration of possible action on the property of Jose Arturo Perez Jr. and care of Raquel P. Lopez, whose legal description is north 25 feet of south 50 feet of 1. That should be lot 1. Staff should verify, but I'm assuming that means lot 1, block 89, Western Division. It is commonly known as 407 San Pedro Avenue. Staff declares this property as nuisance in accordance with the current adopted ordinance 2013-0-025, Article 1, Section 24-1.4 of Chapter 16. Sections 16.5521, 16.5522, 16.5523A, 16.5523B, 16.55232HI, 16.55232R, and 16.55232U. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing for this item?
I'll make a motion to open for the open meeting.
I second that.
Do we have okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is to open the public hearing for item D has passed.
As you can see in the picture, the structure is already falling into the street, into the right of way. We do recommend demolition for this structure. And I have not received any phone calls. So I'm still waiting for phone calls, but no phone calls.
And we're talking about the structure that's between it's next to the truck and the blue trash can.
Yeah, that's correct.
Jerry, can you enlarge that picture so they can see a little bit better? It's too small on the screen.
Okay. Were the owners contacted? Have they responded?
Yeah, they were contacted. The only thing is that one of the daughter of the owner responded, and she was going to get the demo permit, but she never made any contact with the building department.
Okay. And no one's here to speak on this, right?
No.
Nobody has called.
Okay.
I have not received phone calls.
All right. I move to close the public hearing.
I second it.
All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
The public hearing is closed on this item. What are the wishes of the board?
I'll make a motion as per staff to have this place demolished
I'll second
recommended.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Can we confirm that
Opposed?
Mr. Haynes is still there?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. Great.
Okay, the motion passes for item
Can you
D.
hear me?
LMD,
Hello?
exactly.
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, item E, consideration of possible action on the property of Leonor Ramirez, whose legal description is lots 10, 11, and 12, block 764, Western Division. It is commonly known as 1120 Alamo Street. Staff declares this property as a nuisance in accordance with the current adopted ordinance 2013-0-0-025, Article 1, Section 24-1.4 of Chapter 16, Section 16.5521, 16.5522, 16.5523A, 16.5523B, 16.55232HI, 16.55232R, and 16.55232U. Does staff have any pictures or any comments on this item?
Yes. Mr. Pinzon? There we go.
Is it on the corner?
Yes, the corner of Alamo Street and Cumbin.
Alamo and Convent?
Alamo Street and Cumbin. I think it's 2800 Cumbin and 1100 Alamo Street. You can Google the 1120 Alamo Street, and you can see the roof on the house. It's all collapsed. Everything fell down. You can only see the 2x4s, all the wood, all the everything fell down. Everything is inside the house, and also the little garage that's on the side. It's deteriorating. The wood is
I see it.
termites and.
Again, just like to advise the board from the staff perspective, our concern is always the neighborhood residents and the safety of those adjoining neighbors in case it's a very big potential fire hazard. And although it looks a little bit like structurally sound, but or the masonry, I mean, it's still a potential huge problem if it's already collapsed and rotted away.
Yeah, it doesn't have a roof. It's already collapsed, but we don't have aerial images. But if you do a Google search for the aerial image, you can see that there's pretty much no roof anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Staff is recommending demolishing of the entire structure and a storage facing Convent Avenue.
Correct.
I move to close the public hearing.
Do we have a second?
I'll take a second. Yeah.
All in favor to close the public hearing? Say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Aye. Okay, the public hearing is closed.
Just to inform you that I have not received any phone calls from any customer. I'm still waiting for phone calls.
Okay. I make a motion to proceed with demolition on this property. The roof is collapsing on both structures, and I think it needs to be addressed.
I second that one.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? let's do that again. All in favor of this motion, say aye.
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 All opposed to this item, say aye. Okay, no opposition, so this is unanimously passed. So the next item on the agenda is adjournment. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just like to confirm that Mr. Chris Haynes is still there. Hello? Mr. Haynes, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, great. Just to make sure that we still had
You're on your
quorum.
way, so if you don't
Mis-
mind.
Mr. Perez too? Mr. Perez?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
yes.
Just make sure that we had quorum throughout the meeting. So thank you. The meeting's adjourned. Appreciate so the meeting is adjourned, Madam Chair, at this point.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, staff.
Have a
Thank
good
you,
evening.
guys.